No, it's getting better actually. Yeah. Anyway, we're rolling. Hello everybody, today we're sitting down with Holger, the creative genius of my favorite bass brand, Sandberg. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely my pleasure. I've gone nuts about Sandberg basses since I discovered them. When I was finally ready for a custom bass, I looked for something that had a P pickup and a Music Man style pickup. Couldn't find it anywhere, and then somehow I stumbled upon Sandberg, and ever since.
And it's my favorite pickup combination.
Yeah, it's
my
just
favorite sound. Yeah.
Actually, I'll go for a technical question immediately. The classic brand, and let's not call a name, has the top half of the pickup in front of the lower half.
Right.
With Sandbergs,
We
it's
changed.
inverse.
Reverse, yeah.
Is there a reasoning behind it, or?
Yes, there's a reason. And always when we create or when we have a sound in our mind, or in my mind, and I take our testing bass. And this bass, the testing bass, has a big hole in the middle, and there's two metal bars inside, and we put in the pickups. We want to check, and then you can move the pickups while playing. It's very easy because pick up on some magnetic plates. You can play and move, and then the sound is changing. And as I checked the Music Man style and the position style pickup, I found out while moving and playing, when I put them the other way around, the sound when you play both pickups together is much better. So it's more tight, clear, and a bit aggressive, and that's why we change it around.
Well,
yeah,
I certainly am very happy with mine.
Yeah, good.
And while we're talking about basses, we have several here, and I'll pick up this one first, because if I'm not mistaken, this is the newest model.
This is a prototype of a new model, right? The name is a California series, and the name of this bass is Grand Dark.
I'll actually put it in front of us so people can really see it.
So this bass is available in two different colors. Of course in black, because the name is Grand Dark. And this fantastic, I like it very much. It's a kind of metallic deep blue. The midnight clear sky.
Yeah.
Imagine this blue. So these two colors, it's available as 4 and 5 string. And it always have a 35-inch scale, so it's a super long scale, also for 4 string.
Nice.
And another point is normally for all other models we use our own electronic built by Glockenklang, and this electronic is from Dark Glass. Yeah. Dark Glass electronic, and then combined with 35-inch scale, our new pickups, which are specially designed for this model. It offers a very deep, low, and fat sound.
So it's probably still the master volume, the blend, and then a 3-band EQ.
Right. Nice. And a little switch where you can split the pickup. You can go in a humbucker or a single coil mode.
So this is the first one I'll be taking home with me. So
you make me very sad.
I'll give you a lot of money for it. You're making me really sad, because you make all these wonderful basses and I can't afford all of them. I just can afford, and it's something.
But you already have 3 basses.
But I'm a bass player, so I never have enough basses.
So have you stolen them from them?
No, I actually paid for them while working hard for them. And no, but something I always say to people when they see Sandberg, because it's such a great brand, but it's not always that well known. Something I truly love is, like, each bass, 2 of the 3 basses I have is custom built for me, but with you guys, custom built doesn't mean more expensive. It's just, we'll build it, it will just take a little longer, but whether I get a custom built one or one straight from the shop floor here, it's always going to be hand built and made to perfection. So
so I can tell you all of our basses are made in Germany, except one line which is called Electra. Electra is pre-produced in Korea, so the body and the neck are pre-produced, and everything comes to us, and then we assemble.
Yep.
But let's say our philosophy is to offer our customers lots of options. So that's why we have this configurator. You know? So and all in all, you have 30,000 possibilities to create your instrument. 4 5-string, fretless,
all the different
six
neck woods,
the
the finishes,
fingerboards, 10 different matte finish colors, 12 different high gloss colors. I think 35 different aged finish, and then 10 different rare wood, and then gold hardware, chrome hardware, black hardware, 10 different pickards. You can choose between matched head or not matched head, and all in all is 30,000 options. And the second part of our philosophy is to always offer the basis to good price. So no high price, and that can happen because we have I think a very good production. So it's a combine of lots of handcrafted and CNC processing, CNC machine, and this combined allows to offer a good price. And
well, I'm certainly not complaining.
And you should come over to visit the workshop.
Whenever I can, I'd happily do so.
To smell all the dust, the wooden dust.
For the first custom built one, I received some pictures of the build process, and even then I was like, I want to go, but it's now on video. I have an open offer, so whenever I can, I truly would like to come and visit the factory once.
Yeah, cool.
Let's go to another bass, because the one behind you.
This one.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's probably a hardcore aged one. Thank you.
Yeah, this is masterpiece, hardcore aged masterpiece.
This is the one we've been having here in the studio, because I felt if we are shooting bass videos, every bass player who comes through must once hold a Sandberg,
and you don't need to take care for scratches. And
it's already been done for, and it's so nicely done for. Well, when I come over, I might shoot a video about it, but I suggest everyone to check the internet, because there's already a video of someone who visited the shop who really explained, like, it's not just all a hammer on it and all. It's really well thought of the process, and even the aging of the metals is. I'll be talking with the Thomann people, because this is a store one, and as I actually don't plan on stealing basses, there's a very high chance I'll be buying this one, because I've been sitting with it here all week. Victor, is it on? Wait, let's see. Okay. Sorry. I'm a bass player sometimes. I make silly mistakes, but it's everything that's in here. I just touch it, and I want to look at it more than I play it. So let's see.
So the process for making this masterpiece finish, masterpiece aging, needs 3, sometimes 4 days, only for the finish. You know? And this is a very long time. We only have one guy in our workshop who's doing the masterpiece. So we have 4 different finishes. It starts with soft age, which looks like 10 years, very intensive, polished and clean. And then hardcore age, hardcore reserve, and the last thing is then masterpiece.
The masterpiece. I'll just go like through a couple of sound, because it's so special and nice. The thing is, I never know what to. Actually, I'll do what I don't know if it's a silly bass player's trick, but I always take the same song to test the bass, just because I know what it sounds like. I mean, whenever I pick a bass, and that's. Now I'm going to try to not embarrass myself.
You're a sentimental guy?
Always, but it's based on My Friend of Misery by Metallica.
And
the whole idea was that it was supposed to be a completely instrumental song that Jason Newsted wrote, their bass player, and then the James Hetfield decided, no, I want to do more with that stuff. So like a lot of Metallica stuff, all the bass part was compressed and almost thrown away. But there's a video out there where Jason shows what the full song is like, and it's just nice. And just for the viewers at home, if you ask nicely, maybe Holger will come set it up for you as well. Because that's also another thing. The first custom built one I have is with a Hipster deep tuner, and
it makes sense.
The whole bass was so wonderfully, perfectly set up. Like again, if there's other brands, they'll check bass and okay, it's a good bass, let's ship it. If you guys send the bass over, it's ready to play the moment you pick it up.
This is very important. And especially the assembling and setup for every bass or guitar needs 2, sometimes 2.5 hours. So the guys in the assembling section take really care for good setup, the neck bow, and we have a plaque machine, of course. And that allows to bring the strings very close to the fingerboard, so the instrument are very easy to play.
Well, certainly no complaints from me. Thank you. While we're here and while I can talk to you, what made you decide to go into the bass building business?
Because I had a very bad bass.
That's a very good reason.
It was not good balanced, and I always put something heavy like a bottle of beer in the bag. And then a good friend of mine, he's very much into electronic and pickups and so on. And I more the woodworking guy. And then we renovated a kind of an old pig stall, put windows in and make a new roof and floor and everything. And we bought some tools, and we started with some experiments. And then people came with repairs. And in the first 2 years we only made experiments for ourselves and repairs. And then after 2.5 years we started with an own design. It was in 1986, so 31 years ago. And then it grew very slowly and step by step. And nowadays we have 25 employees and moved several times in bigger. I don't like to say factory, because factory sounds for me like Volkswagen factory.
1,000 people
so
standing in the line.
I think we have all in all 800 or 900 square meter with some garage rented around, And this is enough.
Well,
so that's the company.
I don't know if you saw Mark Goodey or the other people from Agile Amps, because Agile is also my favorite bit. But the way he talks about his company is like the way you talk about your company. It's not built out of a necessity, but it's built out of a passion, and you keep the passion in the company, and you want to share the passion with your customers, because it's not customers like we try to sell as much as we can. No, you try to sell the right things to the right people.
And we always take a lot of time for experiments. Always, if it is finish or pickups, construction, hardware, always we developing, testing, and this makes this job always fantastic.
Well, speaking of developing, we have another one here, which is also quite recent. The 48. I was almost going to buy the old Sandberg, and then I actually there's a great Sandberg players group on Facebook. I was talking to people to see if anyone knew one for sale, and actually Gregor Frisch from Bass the World, other great YouTube channel, contacted me and said like, wait a while, there's something new coming out.
Okay.
Maybe he shouldn't have
this basement. It's like something. Wait.
Maybe he shouldn't have told him, but I mean, this came out, and it's also high on the desired list, because Before I had the Sandbergs, I used to play a Thunderbird, the Epiphone one.
Mm.
And it's just something with this body style that's just so
of course,
nice.
it reminds me of a Thunderbird, and then
just better.
it's a taste, you know. I like it very much. So, but the story behind this, as I designed this bass, I thought very serious. It will be a niche product, you know. Just a couple of basses will be sold just for a niche, but we built this bass for 2 years, approximately 2 years, and we have sold more than 1,248 bass. And the interesting thing is, I saw it as more rock bass, just for the dark side of the world, you know, people who headbanging and
the playing there and
But I know that customers from every musical style, and also a lot of female bass players love this bass. And if it is pop music, jazz, rock, of course, and funk and everything. And this surprised me because I was 100% sure this design I'm just drawing will be a niche product, but it's not definitely. It's good when you are surprised sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just the small details like the racing lines that run all the way through the end.
Yeah, and this we specially designed this pickups for this bass, but it's the same pickup combination you have in your bass. So it's a humbucker and a split coil, like a precision style.
Yeah. And any ideas of maybe also making it a split humbucker, or
you could add a mini switch for splitting, but I think for this bass it looks stupid to have lots of technical things. You know? So we reduced everything to the necessary stuff.
Absolutely, no complaining. Or maybe you already have the push pull for the active passive.
Yeah, right. So we can play without battery.
Yeah. So I mean, I've said it on the walk over here, and like I'll have a hard time deciding which ones I'll take home because they're just so nice and wonderful.
I like the one with a see-through pickup.
Yeah, and just the little white line. For that one, I do suggest use the configurator and have some handkerchiefs near you because you will be crying about all the lovely creations you can make. And
as I thought, you are a sentimental guy.
Yeah, but I could show you my PC like every 2 days. I'm on there and like okay, and I just start playing around. And as I said, I played in a Shadows tribute band. So one of the basses I was looking for was a VS. And then in the metallic red with a nice white pickguard and a maple neck, just to have the same deep type bass as Jet Harris had from the Shadows, but being a Sandberg. And then I saw Prince live with Ida Nielsen, of course, a wonderful Sandberg bass player. And okay, now I want a purple bass, but with all gold hardware on top. And like you can make such wonderful combination. As like, okay, I'll save it for later. And I'm like,
I love purple. We have the matte finish purple.
The purple, but it's so
purple burst with black edge.
Yeah, actually, I'll see if I can pull it up. But really, the purple one, the last one I designed was not the Panther, the Booster. In purple and with gold hardware, and it's like
cool.
I think it's a perfect funk.
Black picker, black fingerboard.
I think
matched perfect.
I think I tried it with the black one. Yeah, the black pearl one.
Yeah.
That's So one day, if you see that order coming through, you know it will go straight to Belgium. And yesterday you showed me that one as well. That's the really newest one.
Yeah, this is a prototype. So my idea was because a lot of people have problems with their back, and then I said, oh, let's do a bass with less than 3 kilo weight. So and this bass is a result of my thoughts. It has 2.85 kilo, which is very light. The body is made from cedar. And the neck is different to all other Sandberg instruments because it's made from European maple. And European maple is a little bit softer, but also lighter.
Yeah.
And all these materials, they combine these materials, the result of this materials is that this bass has a fantastic attack.
If you want, we can plug it in so people can hear. Victor?
Go.
Thank you.
Okay. You want to play or should I?
I think you're much better than me, so I'll gladly listen to your skills.
So the strings are not pretty new because this bass was played very often in the days. But so you hear the big attack, huge attack. Rich of attack and soul.
I know, I carried it yesterday.
It's
and
so
like,
light,
it weighs. I'm going to do the most stupid thing I can imagine, but like.
Oh, hey, come on.
I don't want to drop it, but it's so.
Can you make it with your feet?
If I drop it, can I take it home?
Oh.
No, I mean it's so wonderful. And while I'm looking at it, one of the options we didn't even discuss yet of the configurator, you can choose what sort of inlays you get on your bass.
Yeah, right.
It's
block
also
inlays
one of the
dots. So I'm not sure when we will bring out this model, but I think latest in the end of this year. This is the really first one, and we have to do some more experiments in it with maybe different colors or. But definitely it will be.
Well, with the graining it has.
I love the grain.
So nice.
The strong lines. And combined with the black burst, looks really
maybe do some white, and then as a bass player we can write down our notes. So if we forget the song, there's enough lines, and we just look down and we play whatever's on there.
With illuminated. The lights from inside.
And you can program what song you want to play. No, but it's. First of all, it is extremely light, but then I love.
I think for people who play top 40 style stuff, and they are very often on stage for 4 or 5 hours sometimes. This is perfect because a 5 kilo instrument makes you very tired after 1 hour.
One of my other basses again for the Shadows tribute band is a Burnt Bison, and we also played 3-hour gigs, and after an hour I started to miss my TT, which is so much better than, and if we now would have this one, it's just so nice and lovely. Before I'll let you go, when I do these videos and talk to someone, I also try to bring a little positivity in the world. So is there any kind of charity you support or something you'd like people to learn more about?
I think the most important thing is peace. So come to yourself, be relaxed in your mind, and just pray for peace in the world. This is the most important thing in the moment. Sorry.
It's
and make a lot of music, because when you make music, you
bring people together, and absolutely. So I really want to thank you for sitting down with me and
it was a big pleasure.
Well, for me it was a big honor.
And all you guys can hear, I invited him to come over to the workshop.
And I will.
Do you promise to come?
I absolutely promise to come, and I'll make a great video of it. Absolutely, it would be an honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well. So I get to keep this one now? I think Stuart wants to check it. I have to send it next we can shoot a video, Stuart and me fighting over this.
Yeah. And I'm sure you will be absolutely the winner.
Well, that's
The long
Stuart's
arm.
problem. He's really quick though, so who knows what would happen.
Maybe a kickboxer.
Yeah, but then again, we also talked about peace, so you know what? I'm going to give a peace offering and I'm just going to return this base to you. And if Stuart wants it and you want to give it to him, I'll be happy to.
He's very interested to check it for 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. You know?
Yeah.
And after that, if you like, I can send it to you for checking.
I'll send you my mail address.
Okay.